Hello, Barney Badger Army. Welcome to the Badger Brawling Badger Show. He said Badger Show there, but that's old school, isn't it?
Old school.
Old school. And I'm here, of course, with John Simph. And it's hello from me.
And it's hello from him.
Indeed, and today we're going to be talking about video nasties.
We must ban those video nasties.
Video nasties? Oh, we don't like those.
Oh no.
Oh,
we
no.
We like a bit of Evil Dead, don't we?
Yeah, so we'll be talking about the likes of Evil Dead, Driller Killer, The Burning. We'll be talking about stuff like that.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Ooh.
And of course, my personal favourite,
What's your person? I thought yours was The Burning.
The Burning, but the other one, of course, Zombie Flesh Eaters.
I like a bit of zombie flesh.
And that's a bit of Zombie Flesh Eaters. Oh, yes. So what one do you want to talk about first then, John?
Burning.
The Burning. Ooh.
I love The Burning.
I love The Burning too.
Better than Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, it had more storyline to Friday the 13th. And it had more build-up as well. And you had a genuine scare. Like, when I see Jason on the films now, I'm a bit like, oh, there's Jason.
I think what made... Oh, wait, it was shot again. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's all right.
So, I think what made The Burning different from Friday the 13th was the backstory of the character Cropsy.
That's
Because
it.
apparently Cropsy is based on an old legend in New York. There was a killer called Cropsy.
Okay.
So the person that will not be named,
No.
the writer of Minimax, begins with W and ends in N. He will not be named in,
Okay.
He wrote it. Yeah, he wrote it.
Oh, okay.
The man will not be mentioned. Wrote it. He based it. It was based on a legend in New York.
That's it, really?
Cropsy. Yeah.
Oh, right, and that was actually based on an urban legend,
Yes,
was it?
Cropsy.
And of course, his weapon of choice was a lot more spookier than, oh, Jason's got a machete.
And he had the face.
The face was all dripping and melting and all that sort of stuff. And that was really freaky as well.
And the characters, when you actually look at the actual characters, the teenagers,
they
were quite likeable.
Yeah, they were
They're
quite likeable. And they were quite fleshed out.
Yeah.
Unlike Friday the 13th, that instantly makes you go, well, they're horrible, they're horrible, they're horrible. And you can't wait for Jason to bump them all off.
It's a bit of a slow burn. It's a bit of a slow burn with The Burning.
But then
when you get to the last 20 minutes of the film, it doesn't let up.
But then I like that because it actually let you get to know the characters and you actually got to feel, oh yeah, they're in the summer camp and all that sort of stuff. That's why I think really Friday the 13th needs an extra half an hour, 45 minutes on it to flesh out the characters, let you see them having fun in the summer camp. Rather than taking drugs and a bit of skinny dipping in the river, you want more fleshed out storyline, you know.
Because he did build up to because there's a lot of fake. There's a lot of point of view in The Burning, isn't there?
That's it, yeah. POV shots.
A lot of POV, so you think the killer's gonna kill, and it's like the one part where Alfred, he's like the weird kid at the camp.
That's it.
He's looking at. I can't remember her name.
No.
She goes out with the big bully jock.
Yeah, that's it.
He looks at her in the shower, and you think it's the killer, but it's not. It's Alfred.
Yeah, that's it. Having a bit of a weird turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you've got other situations where they flip that on the head, where you think it's not going to be the killer, and it is.
That's the best. The most iconic scene's the raft.
Yes, that's what I was getting to.
Because ironically, it got cut by the censors.
Yeah, and that was the best bit.
That was the best bit.
Yeah, because they're like still a bit unaware that there's a killer there, and you're not sure, and they go, oh.
As soon as he rises up with the
shears,
shears,
that's it. No, bear with me, because obviously they slowly paddle, don't they? They take their time with the shot. It's not rushed. So about 3 or 4 minutes of them paddling and just chatting, and all of a sudden they go, there's an empty boat over there.
And the special effects, Tom Savini, lands and the neck.
Because they go, oh, there's an empty boat over there, and they go to it, and then all of a sudden it goes dead quiet, and then you see the killer go, wha-boom, with these great big scissors, and you go,
I watched it. I was only 13.
I was like, my bum.
Scared me. Really scared me.
Yeah, well, I was a lot older when I watched it. I certainly wasn't 13, but yeah, I was like 20 odd.
It's still scary.
So yeah, he is scary. And then when he comes out with the big scissors, and you're like, Mum! And then you get a little genuine like, ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. And the music slaps. And like you say, when he cuts off all the fingers and they do the throat and all that sort of stuff, dry heave.
And there's a lot of stars in that.
Yeah, go on.
You've got...
Is it Kevin Bacon's first appearance?
No, Kevin Bacon's first appearance was Animals. His second appearance was Friday the 13th.
The 13th is the first appearance. Yeah. Next, you'll be saying that Johnny Depp was in a film before Nightmare on Elm Street. But go on.
That was his first film.
Oh, was it?
It was. Yes, it was.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Well, was
yes,
it?
Yes.
Was it?
Yes. Yes.
Was it? Was it?
Yes.
And yes, yeah.
I'm very sure.
Ah.
Yes, I am.
Anyway, we're segueing.
You're so good.
So what did you want to talk about?
So I got.
Oh dear.
It was on about. There were a lot of actors
Yes.
that go on to be in sitcoms in the Burning.
That's right.
So you had Jason Alexander.
Shut the door, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm shutting the door. Sorry.
That's all right. Go on.
Jason Alexander would end up being the bald guy in. Not Fraser. What's it called? Not Fraser. What's the Seinfeld? The bald guy in Seinfeld.
Right. Okay.
He's in the Burning.
Okay.
Holly Hunter. She would do voice work in The Incredibles.
Right. Okay.
The Doctor in Short Circuit's in it.
Okay.
Do you want to guess his fingers chopped
Well,
off?
the Indian boy.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, serious. Yeah, they blacked him up. I'm very sorry. Demonetised. Oh dear.
But that is true. In Short Circuit, they did.
Blacked up. Yeah.
100%.
But the Wayans brothers can get away with it.
Madness.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
White chicks.
White Chicks, yeah. Is that one of your favourite films, John?
Oh,
I know it's rubbish, isn't it? Yeah.
It's awful.
Really rubbish film. I don't
Rubbish,
get it.
rubbish.
I don't really get the appeal
Yeah.
of it.
I'm
Is it
really.
shit?
I've got cheese cramps. Oh no, I'm just going to go to the toilet. It's awful.
It is awful.
It's awful.
It's awful. But yeah, anyway, carry on.
She goes, whoopsie, I did a poopsie.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's move on because we've done The Burning.
I love The Burning.
Oh, me too. It's a fantastic film. Please do watch it.
So, how many films were on the Video Nasties list?
I don't know. You tell
72.
me. 72?
And 39 of them got prosecuted.
Hooray.
Yeah. So that was the Section 1 list, and then you had the Section 2 list.
Oh.
So can you name any of the films that were prosecuted for? What would you think?
Evil Dead.
Believe it or not, you didn't get prosecuted for it.
Really?
You went to court,
Oh.
but the judge
they did go to court.
The judge deemed it not obscene.
Cannibal Holocaust.
That was deemed obscene, yes.
Definitely.
Because of the animal cruelty.
Yes, the animal cruelty and the bit where they're in the table and the girl goes,
That's
like
Cannibal,
that.
that's Cannibal Ferret's love.
Okay.
That's Giovanni Lamberto Radici's death. One of his great deaths in that. Yes.
Okay.
He took too much off the top. He said, "Oh, can I have short sides on the top?" He just goes. I wouldn't employ that cannibal to be a barber.
And everyone's like, where's there holes in the table and spoons next to him?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cannibal Ferrets, that was obscene.
Yeah.
Love Camp 7.
What's that?
A Nazi exploitation film.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, it sounds bad.
It is bad.
It's very
bad. Beast in Heat. A naked beast in a cage that rapes women and prisoners of war. It's not that nice.
That sounds bad.
That's still banned.
Yeah. What was the one about the guy with... I don't remember what it's called. But there was one, I've seen it, and it's like an image of the killer, and there's a car behind it, and I think he did burn someone's face like that. What was that one? I'm trying to say monster or monstrous or something.
Have you ever seen the one, there's a killer spirit in a mirror?
No.
That's the Boogeyman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good little video.
Oh, I have to look that one up.
That's good. It's like a cross between Halloween and The Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have to look that. But anyway, we're segueing again.
Yeah.
Because we need to talk about Driller Killer and some of the films we actually mentioned at the start of the video.
Driller Killer. Yeah, that video cover was one of the main category. I can't even say the word. Main reasons.
Yeah.
Why there was such a panic over it.
Yeah, yeah. But wasn't it a corded drill? To walk around with a power pack and plug to the wall.
But the cover is the worst part of the film.
Yeah?
Because Driller Killer, when you actually watch Driller Killer is more a psychological...
Yeah.
It's more psychological.
Like, not Friday the 13th, like Texas Chainsaw.
Because the covers they sold the films.
Yeah.
Because before the certificates, it was like, oh, what's this? Evil Dead? What's this? What's that? You know, and kids could go into a video store and get them.
Yeah, I mean, when you watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre back now, there's hardly a drop of blood.
No,
it's all in your head. It's all in your head, and clever cuts away.
Because you know why? Because Toby Hooper, the director, wanted the film to be PG. Said, and I wanted the film to be PG, and the producer said, no, you can't have a woman on a hook as PG. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna just have it as R. Yeah, he genuinely wanted the film. He wanted kids to watch that film.
What?
He says, I have a dark sense of humour, and I wanted it to be PG, but the producer said you can't have
there's
it.
No way.
He did.
There's
that's
no
why,
way.
That's why.
Yeah, but there's no way would that
That's
be PG,
why.
even
That's
with the
why
cuts.
There's hardly any blood in it because he genuinely thought it was going to be a PG, and the producer said, Toby, you can't have a woman on a PG. That's got to be R-rated.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, "Oh, screw it. I'll have it as R-rated then."
Yeah, but then obviously when the sequels came out, they made it gorier, and it didn't really work.
But that officially wasn't on the list.
No,
it was seized because there's another subsection of nasties, but they're not really classed as nasties. But you got fined for them.
Yeah.
So section 1 nasties, they were the ones that were prosecuted. So on that, let's see if I can name them all. So on that list was Axe, Zombie Flesh Eaters, Cannibal Holocaust, Cannibal Ferox, Mountain the Cannibal. No, that one on there. I thought that was on there. Mountain the Cannibal. God, I don't think it is. I think Evil Speak was on that list.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Evil Speak?
No. What's that one?
Evil Speak is is it Clint Howard?
Maybe.
Clint Howard, cult actor. It's a bit like Carrie. He's in this football academy.
Right.
I think it's a football academy. It's a sports academy, and he's the weird kid. He's getting bullied.
Right.
So he finds this computer that's got the devil in it, and he conjures up all these spirits.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, that was on the list.
Yeah. I've seen a recent film a bit like that called Choose or Die, and it was like
that's one.
Yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure thing, and they changed the way that I do recommend Choose or Die.
That was
if you've not seen it.
That was on Tenebrae Diogendo's film. That was on the list.
Yeah,
because that's probably his goriest film. Because there's one scene, there's a woman. She's sitting in by a window. The axe comes through the window, cuts her arm, and all the blood splashes all over the wall. It's really nasty. That was on there.
Right.
I'm trying to think, and my mind's going a bit.
Well, we want to talk about Zombie Flesh Eaters as well, don't we?
That's my favourite nasty.
Yes, me too. Yeah. And it has a lot of personality to it, doesn't it? Like when you've got almost like it's bizarre because you've got the zombies can walk underwater, can't they? And they literally
swim, fighting sharks.
Yeah, and they swim and they fight the sharks and stuff, and there's all sorts of weird personality and they go on there and they're like, this island is voodoo. There's voodoo on this island, and it's like really
witches, zombies. Yeah. It's been rife for centuries.
It's like really ultra wooden acting, but I love it.
It's the dubbing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Italian dubbing is pretty bad.
It is pretty bad, yeah.
It's like in Cannibal Ferox, he goes, cannibals, we were attacked by cannibals. They ate his genitals.
Yeah, and it's really slow as well, so it sort of adds to the tension and
it's
then
not
makes
even
you laugh
it's
at
not
the
even
same time.
syncing up. It's going. Attacked by cannibals. They ate. It's like I got Tourette's. So he ate his genitals. It's like these old Hong Kong films. It's like you have offended me and you've offended the Shaolin Temple, and it's like it doesn't sync up.
Yeah, no, and then they go like, there are zombies on the island.
That's why this is what I said to you before. The Resident Evil 1 dubbing is. I'm convinced that the Japanese developers, the Capcom, seen all those Italian horror films. That dubbing is so bad, we got to put it in there.
That's it.
Because Resident Evil, it is like Out by the Cemetery.
Yeah, there's blood on the floor, Jill.
Yeah, Jill, don't open that door. It's full of living things. But But Barry, it's an undead mansion. He says, here's a weapon. No, it's ammunition. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Oh, okay, I'll take it then. This is a condom. It's really powerful, especially against unplanned pregnancies. Oh, gee, I really need that in this mansion, don't I? Isn't it, though? It's just the terrible dubbing.
Yeah, the terrible dubbing,
but
that adds to the
charm.
charm. Yeah, 100%. It really adds to the fun of it.
Yeah, it's a very fun film.
And that bit, honestly, my bit...
Eye Splinter.
Oh, and that was cut out of certain versions.
It was cut for years.
Yeah, it was cut out of certain versions. And when I watched it, it's like, you don't want anything to go near your eye for about a year. And it was like, because the tension on that is mad. So she's having a bit of a saucy shower. Yeah. Everyone's going,
taking her depression pills because she's a bit mad on the island.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, I'm just having a shower. And then you see the zombie like smash through the door. And then she's like, ah! And then, of course, the way that the splinter is, and the way that he's like, and he goes like that, and then slowly but surely you see the eye pop in the splinter, and like, what? Yeah.
The gore effects, amazing.
Very good practical effects.
Yeah, I miss practical effects.
Yes, and we can talk about that in another video, another time, 100%. But yeah, I really love practical effects, and I think that really adds to the charm of it. And the music is utterly gorgeous.
Yeah. Fabio Frizzi.
Yes. The music is absolutely gorgeous. It makes you feel like you're
when you've got
involved in a universe, involved in an atmosphere.
Put it this way: when you've got Fulci, director, Fabio Frizzi composing, and Gianando I can't pronounce his name. Gianando Di Rossi doing the special effects.
Yeah.
You know you're going to get a good film. Because City of Living Dead, that's another one.
Yeah.
They all, they worked on the same film.
Yeah,
City of Living Dead's great.
Didn't you say to me that Zombie Flesh Eaters is like a weird, unofficial sequel to an American film, right?
The Italians, whatever was popular in America, they tended to capitalise on it. The only thing the Italians did that was original was the Italian cannibal genre, and murder mysteries.
That's it.
Called giallos.
Right. Yeah, I need to watch those.
So because when you look at giallos, when you look at Bay of Blood, it's like the first slasher film.
Oh really? Yeah.
There's 13 murders in it.
Yeah.
And there's one murder in it that's very similar to. I think it's the second Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two people having intercourse, and he puts like a spear through them.
Oh yeah, that is very Friday the 13th.
Yeah, so that was done 10 years previous.
Oh okay.
Yeah, Bay of Blood, 1971.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
that's mad.
But of course, a lot of the Italians, they like whatever the Americans did that was popular, they would do. So say for example, Jaws. Jaws is popular. The Italians would do their version of Jaws.
Okay.
So with Dawn of the Dead, Dario Argento was involved with Dawn of the Dead. He put out an Italian cut of it, which is the Argento cut in Italy, and it was called Zombie.
Okay.
So Fulci saw that. And thought, because it was popular in Italy, he thought, I need to do it.
Yeah.
So what he cleverly did, he marketed it as Zombie 2. And in Italy, there were no copyright laws, so he got away with it.
Ooh.
So it was an official sequel to Dawn of the Dead. But when you actually look at the film, the actual the voodoo harks back to the 1940s, like White Zombie.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about Zombie Flesh is the gore.
Yeah.
It's the gore and the atmosphere.
Okay.
I think.
Me too. It makes you really feel like you're involved in the film.
I mean, you look at White Zombie, you just compare
do they
to.
explain why the zombies are there in Zombie Flesh Eaters? I don't remember.
Well, I don't.
Sort of.
I don't. It would work as a prequel to Dawn of the Dead. Like maybe that island was the cause.
That's it.
Because the first scene in the film, which she didn't get permission for because they got this boat, and you got the ferry beeping at the boat, the Stanton Island. Fulci didn't get any permission to film in New York because Ian McCulloch, the actor, he got into trouble with some passport lady. He said, I'm not filming in New York. I'm filming. I'm going to New York all the way to the Dominican Republic, which they also film. And, and the woman said, "We're not stupid." So she stamped on her passport, but not appearing in any film in New York. And there was one scene as well where they're in because Ian McCulloch plays a reporter, doesn't he? Peter West, and they're in. It's sort of like the Daily Planet a little bit, isn't it? And the offices belong to Rupert Murdoch. And they didn't have permission for that. I was saying, and Rupert Murdoch walks. He said, "What are you doing? What are all these people doing in here?" So he just Fulci got away with murder.
That was mad.
Absolute murder he did.
Right, to end off the chat, we're going to talk about the Evil Dead. I suppose it's quadrilogy now, isn't it? Because there's 5 of the bloody things. Right, So what's your favourite Evil Dead film?
First one.
Yeah, the first one. I love the first one. The weird remake that they made, and the new one that came out just now.
Yeah, I didn't like the remake.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a nice twist on the character of Ash. I really liked the atmosphere. I felt like they fleshed out the characters more. I really liked that aspect of it, and I really liked the fact that they explored more paranormal situations as well.
I think People say, "Oh, Evil Dead's a zombie film." I don't think it is.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's classified as a zombie film, but it's not. In theory, it's a possession film.
Yeah. What's interesting about Evil Dead is the possession aspect, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And how it flits and starts as well. So it's almost like the Deadites can come and go, and that's quite cruel because. 1 minute Ash thinks he's talking to a deadite, and the next minute he's talking to his friend, and they're like, "Save me!" You know.
I think that the only I watched it. I watched Evil Dead when because it took years for it to get uncut.
I remember
he got banned. Obviously, you didn't get prosecuted for Evil Dead, which was shocking because Mary Whitehouse said, "Oh, Evil Dead's the #1 nasty."
Yes.
She gave that film a lot of publicity. So
for me,
and he didn't even get prosecuted for it. And the worst bit about that film is the tree.
Yeah, the tree.
Seriously, the tree is like, this is a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit near the mark.
This is a bit
near the mark.
But when I watched it, when it came out uncut 2001, so it was about 11. I thought it was hilarious.
See, when I got
the gore, the one part when I can't remember her name. She's just laughing.
Yeah.
She's just smacking. I just found it hilarious.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
There's a dark morbid
There is a dark humour to it. Yeah, definitely. I remember there was 2 main releases. You had Evil Dead 1 that come in like a fake plastic Necromonicon book, right? Which I always wanted. But I had the trilogy, and I had all 3 films, and then I had another 3 DVDs that had extra bits on there, and they had commentary with Ted, Sam Raimi, and Ash, and obviously Bruce Campbell, and that was fantastic. And it was weird because it was like whenever I felt a bit miserable, I would watch Evil Dead with the commentary on because it was so like the fun interaction of what they were talking about. And I also recommend Bruce Campbell's autobiography. It's a really good read. It's a really good read. So if you ever feel a bit down, go and get Bruce Campbell's autobiography. It'll make you laugh your head off. You know, if you like horror and you like all that stuff, I think you'll like it.
And I think at that time it probably was the benchmark for gore.
That is, definitely, it was because it was literally spraying on the screen.
If you look at like Peter Jackson's early films, like Brain Dead, Bad Taste, you can see the influence on You can see the influence that Sam Raimi had on it.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Because they're very cartoonish, goofy humour.
That's it. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. So, how would you rate your Evil Dead experience out of all of them now? Because obviously there's 5 films now.
Well, I've seen Evil Dead, the first one, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
I've seen the remake.
Yeah.
So the new one's Evil Dead Rise, isn't it?
Evil Dead Rise.
I haven't seen it, so I
I
can't.
really recommend Evil Dead Rise. I would say it goes for me. And
How would you rank after?
this is probably punishable by death, but
What, your second favourite?
yeah, well, I love Evil Dead, obviously, and then you've got Evil Dead, the remake, Evil
Really?
Dead Rise, yeah, Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead 2, and then yeah,
Wow.
like that. Because Evil Dead 2 was just a rehash of the first one, and Army of Darkness wasn't really the same film. It was Bruce Campbell versus a load of it felt like it wasn't part of the same franchise for me, so it doesn't really it gets an honourable mention.
Oh, it's okay.
Army of Darkness is alright, but it's not an Evil Dead film.
Because isn't I read that Army of Darkness was meant to be in Victorian London, wasn't it?
Yeah, bits of it are the very, very end of it.
Because
there's an alternate scene where Bruce Campbell, aka Ash, turns up in London, and you got Big Ben all smashed and all that.
Because believe it or not, Evil Dead was big here before it was big in America.
That's bizarre.
So Army of Darkness, Victorian London, was a homage to British.
Oh right.
Because he was so appreciative of the British fans.
Yeah.
Because he was on a talk show. When he was releasing Evil Dead 2, defending Evil Dead, and you got all these right-wing conservatives going, "Oh, this film, how can you make a film like that?" And Sam is so well-mannered and articulate, he rips him to shreds, really.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, he does, and he literally had to beg, borrow and steal to get that film. That's why Bruce Campbell was so loyal to Sam Raimi, is literally, they are blood brothers.
But you see Bruce Campbell, the end of Darkman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they absolutely love each other to bits, and I think, that's probably the perfect horror team. And of course, if I remember correctly, Bruce Campbell did produce Evil Dead Rise as well. He's a big part of it. So please do check it out. The only thing I don't like, video games, I even like the video games, but the one thing that I'm not bothered about now is the Evil Dead Survival Fortnite rip-off. I'm not bothered about that at all, yeah. No. They need to go back. If they wanted to make an Evil Dead game, they should have remastered the first one on PlayStation 1.
Yes.
Not done some stupid Fortnite rip-off, Dead by Daylight rip-off. No. Waste of money and energy. If you wanted to do something popular for the fans, they should have done a remake of that very first game and put less puzzles in and more action.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Right, well, thank you very much for joining me for our lovely video nasty ramble. And we will see you all soon. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Look after yourselves. Keep safe. Keep well. Donate. And I'll see you in the next vlog, video, stream, or short, or film.
And it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from him. It's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
Goodbye from him. And don't forget, drink Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea for the win. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. And it's been lovely having John on the show. Bye.